Welcome to the 2015 bow review. I'm Jason Ballas with Outdoor Product Review. Today we are reviewing the Bowtech Prodigy. The Bowtech Prodigy comes in weighing at 4.2 pounds, has a 7-inch brace height, its axle to axle is 32 inches, its IBO speed is 343 feet per second. The draw length can be adjusted from 25 to 30.5 inches. It has 80% let off and its mass weight is 4.2 pounds. You can order it in 50, 60, or 70 pounds in 10-pound increments. The MSRP on this bow is $1,099. It also comes with a power disc technology, so you're getting 3 bows in one. Our sponsors this year that are covering us are the QAD. They make the Ultra Rest. You guys, we had them last year. Great products. It's one of the best rests that are out there. We have Jim Fletcher archery releases. This year we're using the Insider. It actually comes from the inside of the loop. Same concept, but it goes from the inside of the loop. Burt Coyote Luminox. They have the Lumen Arrow. We're going to be using that. We have a 401 grain arrow that we're going to be using in all the reviews this year. And the great thing is, I'm from Colorado. They're allowing you to use the Luminox this year or any kind of lighted nock. We're going to use those on our hunt this year as well. Sitka Gear, of course. Sitka Gear is some of the best clothing that you can buy out there for any hunting, waterfowl, elk, whitetail, whatever the case. And they got some great new patterns this year. You guys can check them out. So the one thing about the Bowtech's line this year is they have this power disc system. There's 3 settings on it, and it's easy to do. All you need is 2 Allen wrenches. You take the disc, and I'll show you guys here what we're going to do. You'll take the disc, and you just undo 1 screw, and you move the disc to where you want on settings 1, 2, or 3. They both have to be on the same, but your setting 1 is going to be your performance. You can draw back, get a lot of speed out of your bow, especially for long distance shootings like those of us out west. And then you can move to 2, which is the in-between. You're going to have a little bit harder draw, but you're still going to maintain some speed, and it'll be great. So that's great for the all-around hunters. Then disc 3 is like the comfort level. You're going to just pull back real nice and smooth. You'll be able to hold it. You're going to lose some speed on it, but yet it's great for those cold days when you're sitting in a whitetail tree stand. Bowtech has their flex cable guard system here. They got the carbon STS system on it. This one comes in Realtree all-purpose green. Great looking camo all throughout. Okay, so now we have this bow all set up. We got our Burt Coyote Luminox arrow on there, our Lumen Arrow. It's all set up, has a red knock on it. And they have numerous sizes over there. It's a great arrow. It's made by a great arrow company as well. We're going to go ahead and draw this. This is actually set on number 1, which is set for performance. I like speed. I like good bows. I like bows that shoot really good, but I also like the speed as well. I mean, who doesn't? Some of these bows are coming out with are just amazing on our IBOs. But this one's set on the number 1, and we're going to go ahead and draw it back. We'll do the draw test. We're going to, sort of let you know how I feel like I always do. And then we'll shoot it through the chronograph and give you guys some true speed out of this. And then I'm going to switch the cam to the number 3, which is actually the smooth draw. We'll shoot it through the chronograph, see how much speed we have. Once again, 401 grain arrow, and we're going to check it out. Let's go ahead and draw this back. And this is set on number 1, and it's really not that hard. Let's move it side to side, no issues. Try and creep down. I can creep a good bit. It doesn't really want to go. Let's go ahead and shoot this bow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just touch my 2 fingers like I always do. We're shooting about 30 yards right now. It didn't kick at all. Matter of fact, it was super quiet. And it really flew down there. I see the red knock. Great. I'll tell you, great shooting bow. No hand shock whatsoever. Now, let's go ahead, let's go get our arrow. We're going to shoot this thing through the chronograph. Then I'm going to switch these modules up. I'll show you guys how to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot it through the chronograph on the number 3, which is the smooth draw you're going to reduce a little bit of speed, but we'll shoot it through the chronograph first. All right, we're shooting that Bowtech Prodigy on the performance setting on the cam, on the power disc. 29 inches, 70 pounds. .303 feet per second with a 401 grain arrow. Okay, something that's very easy. All right, this is easy to do. All you need is one Allen wrench, really. All right, you have 3 screws set up. You have this screw that says, so you see here, it says it's in the first. All right, we're gonna move it to the third. So I'm gonna undo this Allen wrench screw here, this one here, and then this one on the back of the cam. So what we'll do with that, oh, let me get you in frame. I'm gonna take this one, and then there's one back here. Don't mess with the inside ones on the power disc because that's set for your draw length. So I'll just do that real quick. I'll show you guys. And you take this one Allen wrench right here. All right, you're gonna loosen this one. Okay, loosen that. Loosen the outer one right here. And then the one that's on the number 1, you're going to have to take that one out completely. All right. And it's a small little screw. Let's just set that down. All right. So now what you do is you just move. See, it's in these little grooves here. You just move the power disc back to where you have number 3. And set up somehow. Put your bolt on the end there. And you put it in the number 3 slot. Tighten that down good. And then you're going to tighten your 2 outside screws right here. And then you take your wrench and you make sure they're really tight, because when you shoot a bow, a lot of vibration in there and it can cause these to actually come out, and that's what you don't want when you're out there hunting and you're practicing at camp. So there. So you see here, we're at the number 3. That's where the screw is. Everything's tightened in place. All the bolts are tightened. There's no rattling. We'll do the same for the other side, and it's exactly the same. And then we're going to shoot this bow. I'll do through a chronograph and let you guys see. All right, so we're shooting that Prodigy now on setting 3. And you guys I showed you how to do that. You see our last speed was 303.8 with the on setting 1, 401 grain arrow. Draw the bow. Wow, drawing that bow back is super smooth. I mean, that is smooth. 289. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You guys can figure out what it's going to be. It's, 14 feet per second difference. And that's not that much. If you need a bow that is customizable all the way around, I mean, the Prodigy is it. You can go, and the great thing about it, real quick, is you can change these power disc systems and you don't lose the timing of the bow. Nothing is messed up in the bow. If you want to go shoot a IBO tournament or something and they require a certain amount of speed, you could just put it on number 3. You're not really losing anything. The only thing you're going to have to adjust would be your sights. And that's the only thing that you're going to have to adjust, because of course a little slower arrow, not that much slower, but a little slower arrow is actually going to cause your arrow to drop faster, but we all know that. Smooth shooting bow, great feel in your hand, hardly weighs anything. You look at this contraption and it looks like it's heavy, but this doesn't weigh anything. It's got all these loaded vibration dampeners in there, and it, you know, they have metal in them. You think, God, that adds some weight, but it doesn't at all. Smooth shooting, feels great in your hand. This is a 10. I mean, Bowtech is, you know, every year, I've shot a lot of Bowtech since I started my site in 2008. And even before then, I was shooting Bowtechs. I was reviewing for bowhunting.net. And this by far is the best. And I say this every year. How are they going to make it better? We'll see. But great shooting bow by Bowtech. The Prodigy, they have the Boss out there. It's a longer axle to axle. But, you know, for hunting up in the high country, I like a small axle bow. Shoots fast, especially on number one. On number one, though, you think, God, it's going to kill me pulling it back. It doesn't at all. It's smooth, comes back, solid wall. You can feel a little tension, but nothing that's going to rip your arm out of your socket. I'll tell you, guys need to go over. Hopefully that helped. A little bit of a lesson on how to change these the power disc system. And they get a thumbs up from me. Great product. Hope you guys get out there, go shoot one. There's plenty of pro shops that have it. Just go to their website and you can look up a pro shop near you. Go shoot it. Shoot it on all the different settings. It takes like 3 minutes to change the disc settings and you don't lose the timing of the bow, and that's awesome. You're getting 3 bows for one with one price. That's an awesome deal for you guys. So for Outdoor Product Review, I'm Jason Ballas. We're gonna see you guys on our next bow review.